at the end of the day, right? And this is more like, guys, you gotta own your calendar. At the end of the day, your brain's gonna fight you on this. This is a mental mindset cluster F, if you will. Your brain, in this example, we're talking about the agency market, right, and consultant market, but this applies to everywhere. You're going to be focused on what matters most, right? Lead gen, which is adding those friends in this example, right? Posting that one video a day and then putting it on each platform, right? And then secondarily, running those consults or strategy sessions. Your brain 3 days into this is going to go, this isn't working. Frankie, this isn't working. We need to do something else. This isn't what matters in my business, right? Then you're going to get an email. You're going to get invited to a webinar. That's a nice new brand spanking new shiny object with new technology that you've never seen before in your entire life. And you're going to go squirrel, and you're going to jump to the next thing, right? Maybe this is the answer that I've been looking for finally. And folks, it's going to happen. I freaking guarantee it. So you guys have to have like the mental toughness to stick with it and to stick it out, right? And by all means, if down the road you want to try a new opportunity, that's fine, okay? But don't do it on a whim. It needs to be very, very, very thought through. Good stuff. Give me a 3 if that was good. All right, fantastic. Good stuff. So you guys want to execute on your calendar. Violently. And what I mean by violently is you guys are going to have days where, let's say you got a day job. Let's say you don't. Let's say you just have your own business. And it was just one of those days. Like, guys, for me, today's been one of those days. To be frank, for the for the first time in a long time, I didn't want to run an AMA. Didn't mean I didn't miss you guys, right? And I didn't want to be here. I just had a hell of a day, right? Like, it's been a roller coaster day. It's been good. It's been bad. It's been great. All of those emotions. But also had an interview with a guy that's located in Singapore at 5 o'clock this morning. So I was up at 4, right? It's, almost 4 Eastern my time. So I've already been at it for 12 hours, right? And so you guys are going to have times where you're tired, right? You're going to have times where you're going to be like, yeah, today was good enough. I'll just cancel that last prospecting meeting. I'll just cancel that last strategy session. I'll just cancel what's on my calendar, right? That's going to come to mind. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to really to change your mindset with this, right? I want you guys to execute violently on what's in your calendar, because that's what matters, right? That's what is going to get you guys the results, right? Like, if something's in your calendar, I want you to think of it like this. If something is in your calendar, it deserves to be in your calendar, right? Because you thought it out. You said it was worthy. You said it was worthy of your time. So now, last minute, because you had a bad day, because you did too much, because of whatever excuse that you came up with, now you're telling yourself, right, that it wasn't worth it. And whatever it is, isn't worth it, right? Going to your kid's, baseball game or sports game, or, running a prospecting meeting, right? What you're telling yourself is that, that plan that you built, you're undermining it. Right? That plan that you built to add an additional 10K a month to your business in the next 30 days, you're undermining it, and you're saying it doesn't fucking matter. You're giving yourself a cop out, right? And every single time you guys do this, every single time you do it, it makes it easier to do. So every time you make an excuse and you let yourself get away with not doing what you said you were going to do, it becomes easier to do it again. And you got to watch yourself, right? Because that's when you really start to slip. Okay, so I want to challenge you guys right here, right now, and we're going to wrap up today with this. I want to challenge you guys today to map out your calendar for the next 30 days. And I want to challenge you guys to share it with me. Hit me up, joe@digitaltriggers.io. Okay, hit me up, share the calendar with me. I want to see what matters most to you, right? You want some accountability? Let me know, right? Take a screenshot, send it over to me, joe@digitaltriggers.io. I'll give you some accountability as long as you give me some permission to be rough on you, right? And stand up and really focus on what matters most in your life and make sure that you're executing, right, on your calendar violently. Like your life depends on it, because if you put it in your calendar, like it better freaking be important or it shouldn't even be there, right? You said it was important, make it freaking important, all right? joe@digitaltriggers.io. I'm happy to help. So as Al B says, dear God, you are so right. So like take control, man. We all have extenuating circumstances. We all have shit going on, but like what we focus on is going to grow. And at the end of the day, most of us aren't focusing on the right shit at the end of the day, right? And sometimes it's not a matter of not planning. It's just a matter of like we did the wrong things, right? Like we focused on something for too long when we should have been doing something else. But that's okay. You got to have the hindsight, right? And you got to be able to look at things from a different point of view. So I'm hoping, guys, that today helped, and I hope that it makes a big difference in your guys' business and your personal life as well. I know that for me, again, folks, I'm sharing this because as I look back, this is one of the biggest life hacks that I could possibly give you guys at the end of the day that I believe will make the biggest impact on your guys' business.